but I also have asked every Solomon employee to be his or her own compliance officer. After they first obey all rules, I then want employees to ask themselves whether they are willing to have any contemplated act appear the next day on the front page of their local paper, to be read by their spouses, children, and friends. If they follow this test, they need not fear my other message to them. Lose money for the firm, and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm, and I will be ruthless.
Einstein is reputed to have said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world or something like that. And it goes back to that story you probably learned when you were in grade school where somebody did something for the king and the king said, "What can I do for you?" And he said, "Well, let's take a chessboard and put one kernel of wheat on the first square and then double it on the second and double it on the third." And the king readily agreed to it. And by the time he figured out what 2 to the 64th amounted to, he was giving away the entire kingdom. So it's a pretty simple concept, but over time, it accomplishes extraordinary things.
Just to widen the moat. And we want to throw crocodiles and sharks and everything else, gators, I guess, into the moat to keep away competitors. And that comes about through service, it comes about through quality of product, it comes about through cost, it comes about sometimes through patents, it comes about through real estate location. So that's the business I'm looking for. Coca-Cola is associated with people being happy around the world. We're every place they're happy. We're at Disney World or Disneyland, we're at the World Cup, we'll be at the Olympics. We're every place where people are happy. Happiness and Coke go together. Now, you give me, I don't care how much money, and tell me that I'm going to do that with RC Cola around the world and have 5 billion people that have a favorable image in their mind about RC Cola. It can't get done. You know, and you can fool around with you can do anything you want to do. You can have price discounts on weekends and everything, but you're not going to touch it. And that's what you want to have in a business. That's the moat. And you want that moat to widen. But what we did know was that they had share of mind in California. I mean, there was something special. Every person in California had something in their mind about See's Candy, and overwhelmingly was favorable. They had taken a box, Valentine's Day and given it to some girl, and she kissed him. If she'd slapped him, we'd have no business. But as long as she kisses him, that's what we want in their mind. See's Candy getting kissed. And if we can get that in the minds of people, we can raise prices. And I bought that I bought it in 1972. We've raised every year. I raise the price on December 26th. I raise it the day after Christmas, so that everybody, because we sell a lot at Christmas. In fact, we'll make $60 million this year. We'll sell 30 million pounds, make $2 a pound. Same business, same formulas, same everything. 60 million bucks still doesn't take any capital, and we'll make more money 10 years from now. But of that 60 million, we make about 55 million in the 3 weeks before Christmas. And our company song is "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." I mean, it is. To make money they didn't have and didn't need, they risked what they did have and did need. And that's foolish. That is just plain foolish. It doesn't make any difference what your IQ is. If you risk something that is important to you for something that is unimportant to you, it just does not make any sense. I don't care whether the odds are 100 to 1 that you succeed or 1,000 to 1 that you succeed.
It means that there are some things that can't be hurried up. Like building a brand or something of the sort. Okay. I mean, you can't build a brand in a week or a month. There's some things you have to set out to do that that there's a given timetable to, and you've got to be willing to play it through to the end. And you won't necessarily have somebody declaring you the winner 10% along the way or 20%. It's very important to realize the time horizon, the natural time horizon of the task you set out to do. And if you can't stand that time horizon, forget about getting on that, on that particular task. It becomes a more and more specialized market economy. It was an agrarian economy a couple hundred years ago. It's very hard, to get 20 times the wealth of the next guy because you were a little bit better farmer. But if you're better at some skills now, you can become incredibly wealthy at a very young age, not because you earned the money to build one steel mill and then saved it to buy another steel mill. So you get the capitalized value of an idea. And so the wealth moves big time, even on an anticipatory basis. And that has become more accentuated in the last 30 years. we're in an economy where specialized talents bring incredible sums, and where if you're a little bit, where you really don't fit well into the market system, you are left behind.
No for that.